Good morning. Today, January 20th, Eliphaz's response continues. Job 5, verse 1. Call out now. Is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For wrath kills a foolish man, and envy slays a simple one. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his dwelling place. His sons are from far from safety. They are crushed in the gate, and there is no deliverer. Because the hungry eat up his harvest, taking it from the thorns, and a snare snatches their substance. For affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble spring from the ground. Yet man is born to trouble, and the sparks fly upward. But as for me, I would seek God, and to God I would commit my cause, who does great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. He gives rain on the earth and sends water on the fields. He sets on high those who are lowly, and those who mourn are lifted to safety. He frustrates the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot carry out their plans. He catches the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the cunning comes quickly upon them. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope at noontime as in the night. But he saves the needy from the sword, from the mouth of the mighty, and from their hand. So the poor have hope, and injustice shuts her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrects. Therefore, do not despise the chastening of the Almighty, for he bruises, but he binds up. He wounds, but his hands make whole. He shall deliver you in 6 troubles. Yes, in 7 no evil shall touch you. In famine he shall redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And you shall be hidden from the scourge of the tongue. You shall not be afraid of destruction when it comes. You shall laugh at destruction and famine. And you shall not be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You shall have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you. You shall know what your tent is in peace. You shall visit your dwelling and find nothing amiss. You shall also know that your descendants shall be many, and your offspring like the grass of the earth. You shall come to the grave at a full age, and as a sheaf of grain ripens in its season. Behold, this we have searched out. It is true. Hear it and know for yourself. Job's second speech, a response to Eliphaz. Job 6:1. Then Job answered and said, Oh, that my grief were fully weighed, and my calamity laid with it on the scales, for then it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been rash, for the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks in their poison. The terrors of God are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when it has grass, or does the ox loaf over its fodder? Can flavorless food be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? My soul refuses to touch them. They are as loathsome food to me. Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant me the thing that I long for, that it would please God to crush me, that he would loose his hand and cut me off. Then I would still have comfort, though in anguish I would exult. He will not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. What strength do I have that I should hope? And what is my end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh bronze? Is my help not within me, and is success driven from me? To him who is afflicted, kindness should be shown by his friend, even though he forsakes the fear of the Almighty. My brothers have dealt deceitfully like a brook. Like the streams of the brooks that pass away, which are dark because of the ice, and into which the snow vanishes. When it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. The paths of their way turn aside. They go nowhere and perish. The caravans of Tema look. The travelers of Sheba hope for them. They are disappointed because they were confident. They come there and are confused. For now you are nothing. You see terror and are afraid. Did I ever say, bring something to me, or offer a bribe for me from your wealth, or deliver me from the enemy's hand, or redeem me from the hand of oppressors? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue. Cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How forceful are right words? What does your arguing prove? Do you intend to rebuke my words? And the speeches of a desperate one, which are as a wind? Yes, you overwhelm the fatherless, and you undermine your friend. Now therefore, be pleased to look at me. For I would never lie to your face. Yield now, let there be no injustice. Yes, concede my righteousness still stands. Is there injustice on my tongue? Cannot my taste discern the unsavory? Is there not a time of hard service for man on earth? Are not his days also like the days of a hired man? Like a servant who earnestly desires the shade, and like a hired man who eagerly looks for his wages. So I have been allotted months of futility, and wearisome nights have been appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I arise, and the night be ended? For I have had my fill of tossing till dawn. My flesh is caked with worms and dust. My skin is cracked and breaks out afresh. Job cries out to God. Job 7, verse 6. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle and are spent without hope. Oh, remember that my life is a breath. My eye will never again see good. The eye of him who sees me now will see me no more. While your eyes are upon me, I shall no longer be. As the cloud disappears and vanishes away, so he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more. Therefore, I will not restrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Am I a sea or a sea serpent, that you set a guard over me? When I say my bed will comfort me, my couch will ease my complaint, then you scare me with dreams and terrify me with visions, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my body. I loathe my life. I would not live forever. Let me alone, for my days are but a breath. What is man that you should exalt him, that you should set your heart on him, that you should visit him every morning and test him every moment? How long? Will you not look away from me and let me alone till I swallow my saliva? Have I sinned? What have I done to you, O watcher of men? Why have you set me as your target so that I am a burden to myself? Why then do you not pardon my transgression and take away my iniquity? For now I will lie down in the dust, and you will seek me diligently, but I will no longer be. So that's the end of today's reading, kids. But, you know, it's so powerful about Job and what he's doing, as, you know, he just went through, obviously, the worst things that can ever happen, right? His first test, where all of his assets, all of his resources are taken away, and his family is taken away from him. And then the second test, where God gives him a sickness, and his wife even comes in and says, you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. His wife is begging him to do that, right? And he says, you speak as a foolish one, a woman speaks. Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity? In all of this, Job doesn't sin with his lips. So then his three friends come over, right? Remember, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, and they had made an appointment to come and mourn with him, right? And they mourn with him for a week. So he's just sitting there in a week before he opens his mouth with his friends, right? Then they say everything that I just read to you, right? And then that's Job's response. And then he cries out to the Lord. And through all of this, he's just saying to the Lord, Lord, hear my cry. What did I do wrong? He's not saying curse the Lord. He's not saying, Lord, fix me. He's in fact saying, just, Lord, what did I do to frustrate you? What did I do that you scare me with dreams and terrify me with these visions? And the reason why he's saying that, right, is he's going, you can imagine, he just had all of this happen. He's going through massive anxiety, massive depression, massive. Unlike most humans have never dealt with this kind of depression, as he just lost everything. His children, grandchildren, his houses, his donkeys, his cat. I mean, everything is gone in the blink of an eye, right? And he's saying, Lord, I loathe my life. I would not live forever. Let me alone, for my days are but a breath. He's even in that moment realizing, hey, I'm so insignificant, Lord, that I understand my life is just a quick breath in eternity for you. And Lord, have I sinned? Again, Job 7, verse 20. Have I sinned? What have I done to you? What did I do? That's where his heart's at. And God is just, this entire time, I feel like God is just sitting there and he's just smiling with such pride when the council comes back to him. I can imagine God just looking at Job with just such pride. So my encouragement to you all today is, when we look at Job's life, when, trials and tribulations that we're dealing with on this earth, and we cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, what did I do? What did I do? Just remember that our good Heavenly Father, who loves us so much, I bet he's just looking down at you with pride and saying, just draw closer to me. Just draw closer to me. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.